Hey everyone, welcome back to part 4 of Jira Duty, live Jira Q&A, answering your Atlassian community questions. It's going to be a fun one today. I think we got into a rhythm now. I think we're into somewhat of a fun and engaging, interactive, yet not boring Jira Duty. Now, in case you're new here, a couple of housekeeping things just for you to be aware of. Number one, this is Jira Duty, not jury duty, but very much inspired by the act of not wanting to have to do jury duty, but still have to do your time. And so, as an active member of the Atlassian community that I am, here I am doing my Jira duty. Now, with us today, we have Rodney and Miss Sarah. You caught me just in time as we're doing the introductions of the Jira Duty Part 4.
I did. And look I didn't even change my background yet. Let's go on.
Oh, go ahead and change it. Yeah, there you go. You got time. Okay.
It's an 80s music video now. Okay, go ahead.
Sarah's changing her background, a couple more things, and while I pull up my computer to start presenting, just want to remind everybody that this video and this entire series of Jira Duties is sponsored by my good friends over at Resolution. So they're making all this possible. So make sure you check out the link in the description. They don't have just one app, they have many apps, but NASA, Not Another Stand-Up app, and their out-of-office apps are two really cool apps that I highly, highly recommend. So go show them some love. Go tell them thank you for sponsoring this and for making this all possible. So appreciate you taking the time. So Sarah, Ronnie, y'all ready?
One question before we get started.
What's
Sarah?
Yes.
What is your favorite resolution app?
I couldn't tell you off the top of my head. Let me get back to you. That
I got the link in the description below, and check out all I got all the apps.
The answer is NASA. The answer though is NASA.
The answer has to be NASA.
Not another stand-up something, right?
Yeah, if you would have been at Team 24, you would have seen Ronnie and I doing a little NASA demo on stage that first Monday night. It's quite fun.
I am just going to be duly embarrassed over here because I do know those guys. I'm on the spot.
Nice. Well, welcome to the live stream where it's not recorded. If it makes you feel any better, I have to juggle 2 sponsors on 2 different contracts on 2 different channels that both start with the letter R. And so I have to be very, very careful to not say one over the other and know where I'm at all times.
Right.
So, all right, folks. Well, Sarah, welcome. This is your first time, but just to show everybody what it is all about, just in case you're not aware, we're going to answer just some community questions, or at least attempt to. and then I think the best part about this, though, is more of the discussion, right? It's not so much the answer. Obviously, there's a lot of value there, but a lot of it is in the 3 of us as experts here. Just discussing, because sometimes, I think most of the time when you're looking at these answers, it's a very isolating thing, right? Like it's Trudy by herself, it's Mr. Funk by himself, right? Kind of just answering questions. But I think this adds a even more valuable answer where the 3 of us can kind of debate and really get to the truth. And then most importantly, we go into Jira and we prove each other right. Right. And so as appropriate, we go, especially when we're like debating of like, no, this is not right. I'm like, Jira doesn't lie. So we jump into Jira and we go and like try to recreate it inside of Jira. So
can we define who Jira is when we say Jira doesn't lie?
Jira doesn't lie. Have you ever seen Jira lie?
Yes. Well, let's say lies by omission. How's that? But every now and again, you find something that you didn't know was true.
I don't know that I believe in omission is a lie, though. My mom's always telling me that I'm lying to her when I don't give her information. I'm like, if you didn't ask for it, I didn't have to give it to you. All right. Also, one last ground rule: we will try to stay to the cloud questions, mainly because we have access to the cloud and not so much access to data center. So those get a little trickier. But we do have a data center resident here in the room, so every once in a while he likes to take on. No comment. We'll start off with the first one. Oh yeah, and then Sarah, again, not sure how many of you've seen of these, right? But we'll try to do 1 or 2 things. We'll either A, like upvote if we like the answer that's already there, or B, we'll add a little color if needed, or C, best case scenario, nobody's answered anything, we'll pop in the first answer.
All right. And one more caveat is everybody lower their expectations of me. Off we go.
Do you want to tell everybody your life-changing event that happened over the weekend?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Right? Okay. Yeah, because it's really a terrible timing. There is no good timing. So I agree to be on here, the Jira duty, and then immediately got a jury duty summons for the first time in my life. So yeah. It's always
tell them you're too busy doing Jira duties to go to jury duty.
Yeah, exactly. And then just watch them go, what? But yeah, so I totally blame like whatever weird little cosmic fate out there just likes to laugh at me when these things happen. Like, oh, we hear you're like Jira duty. Glitch in the matrix. Now you got it.
All right. For the first question is there a smart value to get the SLA hours? Now, you can Google Jira smart values and get a list of documentation that kind of walks you through what is available. I personally never seen it, but let's check. So if anything, it might be in a date and time. But Sarah, do you know the answer?
I don't for sure know the answer. My gut says no. But in addition to looking at the documentation, there's little shortcuts now for smart values over in automation.
Really?
Really?
Show us.
It was one of my favorite things. So if you head on out to an automation and you go and say you want to, like just say create an issue or update a issue field, hit your description, for instance, it's going to show you this little button over in the corner, right? And it's going to have the curly brackets, and you guys can tell how conversant I am in so many things right now. And when you click on that, then you get a list of all of the smart values. And so you can, why is it not showing for you?
Wait, what kind of field do I want?
You like description. See down there? Boom.
Wow. Okay. This I have not seen.
Well, because you don't follow me clearly.
I
got lucky, and this was actually a post I did a couple months ago because I use smart values so often. And so it will, when you search like that, you start to find out exactly what you can and can't do. So SLAs, just as they exist, are not in there. If you click on any of these, it's going to give you some of those additionals like issue.summary, trigger issue, created issue, and so forth. It doesn't give you all of the potential things you can do with smart values, like summarize an array and things like that. But it gets you a really great start, especially if you're not really conversant with smart values. It's an excellent little feature they built in there.
And I'm all out of water, of course. One cool thing though, so I'm gonna respond to the ticket. So no, there is no smart value, but since they're dealing specifically with SLAs, there is, let me see if I can get to it. There is an action. Maybe not an action. Let me see if I can find it here. I should really just search instead of looking with my eyes. SLA, nope. So it's not going to be an action. Then it might be an if statement. But I'm pretty sure. Let me see one of these. SLA service.
Friend, are you in a Jira service project right now?
I'm not, but I don't think it matters. What I'm trying to find, though, is that there is a way for you to see if it's breached or not and then do an automation. Or was that just in JQL?
See, that's that's kind of where my brain is right now, that if you're in a JSM project, you may see more options available to you in the automation.
Well, let's double check then. Let's just see if that's the thing. This is the beauty of it, Sarah, because now and later in the future, you will have ensured yourself of this answer because you did it on the Jira, or this is not the Jira Life, but you did it on Jira Duty. And this is where you get to like solidify your knowledge of whether this is true or not. I know for sure. I know without a shadow of a doubt that you can do some action if an SLA is breached. Like there is a way to do something intelligent or insightful if your SLAs are breached. That's like automatic. So let's hit the create rule. Let me just type in SLA. See, here it is. SLA, it's a trigger. That's what it is. So you can find your SLA, and then if it has been breached or will be breached or has been breached for more than X amount of time, then you can do something. So this is what I'm going to hit them back with, saying like, hey, there's no explicit smart value, but you can at least reference it as a trigger if you want to then think about it from that perspective. Any objections to that answer, folks?
Nope.
No.
I'm just double checking in a service desk project. Service management. And there is in fact no SLA even in the service management project.
There are no SLA smart values. 3 of us checked 3 different locations. But what is available is, oops, and this is also, sorry, the other problem, public typing.
Don't make me.
Is a trigger you can do in your automation rules that work off your SLAs. Your options are, what was it? Breached, will breach, or has been breached for more than. When an SLA you pick has been breached, will soon be breached, or has been hope that helps. Okay, we'll just hit that and answer, and there goes 12 minutes. Yay.
We'll get to 5.
These are hard. These are hard.
Did you predetermine these? Like, did
No,
you pick these, or you're just going rando?
Yeah, that's what makes it harder. My wife's like, you should just pre-select them. I'm like, no. The beauty of it is in showing how useless of a Jira admin I really am. It's no fun if you know the answer. Don't you think?
A little bit of both. See, okay, next time, find one you know the answer to as the warm-up round, right?
just to get the feet wet.
Exactly.
Look, Sarah, we got 14 of these to do. This is number 4. So.
Another SLA.
Another SLA. So Mike Brozart. My company is asking for 2 SLAs for a single incident. Minimum restoration. A service is still down, but a workaround exists. The workaround may be less efficient, but the business is still running. Full restoration. All technical services are restored and confirmed by the customer. We're toying with defining a custom resolution value of workaround, defining a second SLA for the ticket category equals incidents, defining a second set of SLAs for the highest, high, medium, low priorities, start the clock when the issue is created, finish counting time when the issue is resolved with the workaround. We're wondering if anyone has ever done this. Would actually track and report 2 SLAs for a single incident, or would it confuse the system? So the simple answer is you can add as many SLAs as you want to a ticket.
Heard.
So I'm going to go at Mike. Oops. Welcome. And apparently, Sarah, I don't know if you know this, but apparently we got to say welcome to new people.
Yes.
It's required.
I don't know how many answers, questions. So let's see. The good news is, a request. Did he call it a request? What did he call it? An incident.
It's
An incident. So I'm going to call it a request. Can have as many SLAs as you want. Potentially, I put like 6 or 8. What's the max you guys have ever put?
There's like a max of 90, I think, per project. 90 goals. But I don't know about a max per thing.
Alex, you remember how last week we were talking about we need to do a live stream just to break Jira?
Have you heard of this?
That needs to be one of our sub goals.
Have you heard of this, Sarah?
No.
So we want to do a live stream where we just test the upper bounds of all things, of different aspects of Jira. For example, Sarah, how many Jira projects can a Jira instance have?
I don't know. All
There's
we
got to
wanna
be an upper limit.
So we want to sit there
How
and
many
create
times?
project over and over and over. Mr. Beast came to his success by counting to 1,000,000. Okay.
How many times can you rekey a single project before Jira
Yeah,
says no?
3. Sorry, that doesn't come
No,
through
We know
well.
it's at least 5.
we did 5.
We know
You
it's
guys
at
did
least
5?
5.
We
Yeah.
rekeyed a project 5 times and it could still
Man.
track.
See, lies by omission if they don't publish it.
So we're gonna see how many SLAs you can put on a project. We're just gonna start breaking things.
Well, again, it's 90 goals.
Okay,
Because
well,
when you first start a project, it tells you have 6 of 90 goals, I think, set.
well, let's go find out.
Let's just go off on all the
Do the
tangents we
Jira.
possibly can.
I mean, that's part of the show, and that's part of the fun. And this is just discovering Jira.
Yeah, like this is the best. I tell people, if you're new to Jira and you want to learn how Jira works, go answer community questions, but go get lost. Get
Right.
lost in those weeds because that's the best way to learn. So in the SLAs, of course, I don't have access to it.
See, I say goals in this project right now. I'm looking at one that says 7 of 90. So 90 would be the high, right?
Yeah,
The
Alex,
max,
you just
in
switch
theory.
over to Jeremy Go Central on the Jira Live.
Oh, look at that. Cole's a 4 of 90.
See?
So okay.
But let's be clear
No.
though. That's
But those are
goals. Right.
So you can have an infinite amount of SLAs as long as they're still hitting the same 2 goals,
As far as we know.
as far as we know.
Sounds like
far
something
as
we need
they're-
to test.
Yeah. So like you could have one goal, right, with however many ways you want to slice and dice the data. For every field, it could have.
Well, like if we add a bunch, so we do have a question. Are you discussing about smart values? I have one question related to the forms. Does automation will support information that is filled? So Varun, I do have a answer for this, but we'll get to it in 1 second. So don't leave. Don't leave. Let's just finish this one up here, and I promise we will come back to your question. Okay, so I'm just randomly gonna put something here to stop the timer. Save. And so 0 goals. So 4 out of 90 are still used. So unless you put a goal, I'm telling you, you can go. You can keep going.
Yeah. Yeah.
And-
so like each discrete thing, right?
Yeah, I think you can add as many. The other fun thing, I don't know if you know this, Sarah and Ronnie, but you can set up your SLAs and they can create them here. But like the first ones, many of them start when the issue's created, right? Like the couple default ones or start when the issue's created. But if you start your timer elsewhere, like if you do it here when it goes from unassigned or whatever it is, the SLA will not be visible until it gets triggered and then it shows up on your thing. I thought that was kind of cool because you can have like 10 of them, but they can be staggered. So like as one ends, you can start the next one and the next one.
Which is super valuable for folks to know when they are new to it and they're like, where's my SLA? Where's my SLA?
Yeah.
Because you haven't triggered it yet, right? Your timer hasn't started.
Right. And then the other cool
That's my
thing,
timer
which
symbol.
the other cool thing is that you can do like I'm gonna type in breached. I'm pretty sure. Time. Here we go. So you can pick your SLA show up here, and then it's like you can do like, is it breached? Is it completed? Has it elapsed? Has it ever been breached? Has it been paused? Like you can do a lot of things with. So this text right here is just the English verbiage that you have for the SLA, and then you can do some arithmetic search up with your JQL in addition to the trigger that we talked about earlier. So a lot of cool stuff you can do with SLAs. This is one of my reasons why you do a JSM project over something else because of the SLAs. I wish SLAs were a thing in Jira software.
Well, there are marketplace add-ons that can make that happen, friend.
Really? You're gonna get me in trouble. This one's sponsored by Resolution.
I didn't say anything other than that. There
Alex,
are.
if you did not get in trouble for episode 1 of Jury Duty, I think you're going to be fine.
You think we'll be fine? All right. So back to Varun here. He's got a question about related to the form. So does the automation Jira support information that is filled by use can be possible to copy? let's see the example. I want everything filled in the forms to be one description field. These forms are not mapped to any Jira fields. So
Then he has a form that he wants all the values from that form to be inputted into the description field.
Technically.
So my understanding is that the form, if you don't map the fields, it's encapsulated as just a form value. And I don't know that you can take them out. But you're saying you can?
It is a PETA, but you can. You have to get property entities, like another thing enabled on your instance, so that then you can go in and see the behind the scenes for each one of those form fields. And then there's like this this pattern that you follow in order to know what question got what answer. It's technically possible. I've tried it a couple times. I have been successful with it, but I don't recommend it.
So we're going to PETA the crap out of this. So let's see. We got a form.
Well, now I got to go find, there is a community answer for it too. So I can go find the community answer possibly.
You go
Because
look,
it feels
I'm
like
making a
something
form
I would have
here.
bookmarked.
Yeah, I'm just making
and to be
form.
clear, when we say PETA, we mean pain in the arithmetic, YouTube.
It is.
We don't mean any other word that could be possibly put in the last letter.
Okay, I'm just going to confirm none of these have it linked. So all of these have my Jira field unlinked. So Varun, I'm assuming this is the situation you're in. You have no linked field, so I'm just going to assume that the rest are good. Hit save. And I got a form. In Jira Automation, is it possible to copy all the information filled out in a form into a single field, such as a description? I don't think it's possible, but there's got to be. If it would be possible, let's see. Can you copy form data to description using Jira Automation?
I would laugh if either one of mine or your content popped up, Alex. I'm like, oh, we solved this and we don't even remember it.
I know that like, what was it last week? The versions or something like that I had to go look up and my video pops up.
I recorded a video about lookup tables that I have reviewed that video multiple times, and it makes me laugh.
I have used my own instructions for installing data center and server so many times.
Mm-hmm.
So what this is telling me here, though, that you can copy it. You can copy the form, but I don't know about the form data.
You need the Jira entity properties.
Jira entity. Where do you even find that?
Like this.
Not in the URL.
Hang on.
We're hanging.
I'm still gonna search into some. Okay, you guys keep talking while I'm gonna look for this.
We're gonna circle back to your impossibly hard question.
I'm just saying, are we circling into some Atlassian forbidden magic here? No.
This is something that, like, I think they provide that you can enable. Like, because I've for sure done it in a data center instance. Hang on. Well, don't hang on. You guys talk. I keep saying hang on.
I'm gonna keep answering this question, Varun. We're gonna circle back to you because you're stomping the stomper over here, and Sarah's the type of gal. She's not gonna go to sleep till she gets you an answer.
Dog bone, you got. That's me.
She's off. She's off figuring your problem out. We're gonna continue with answering to our good buddy Mike over here, and basically telling him like, hey, that you can have as many. Good news, you can have as many SLAs as you want, as long as you name your SLAs unique names. They shouldn't confuse your user, as they'll tell you exactly what they are. Okay. remaining. I can't spell remaining. Okay, so I'm just gonna answer with that because I really don't know what he's trying to do, but all I can tell you is you can have a lot of SLAs.
And I would say remind also, because one of the pieces in there was about creating separate SLAs for high, highest, et cetera. And that there's that awesome now way where you can use select your issues and then automatically say for all the different priorities. So they don't have to create a new goal, as it were, unless they want to.
You know what? I don't like this whole editing my thing because I can't see. Where is Sean? Sean's usually here to give me a hard time. So defining. So he wasn't sure he was gonna do that. He was just toying with it. But I think the bigger question was, can I have multiple SLAs for a single incident? And the answer is yes. So we're gonna proceed. All right. Why are we just seeing JSM? What is up with like today? Just everybody? Am I just on JSM? I got them all. Apparently, people are just asking JSM questions.
It's a JSM sort of day. What you gonna do?
Workarounds for customer feedback widget upload limit. My company uses Jira support to collect beta tester feedback on our software project. We have an embedded feedback widget in our application that beta testers can use to give feedback on the product and upload files that are relevant to the feedback. Here's the issue. The feedback widget has a file upload of 5 megabytes, which is pretty small. Our beta testers need a way to submit larger than this, but it's not clear. We've been using OneDrive folder uploads as a workaround, but this is not scalable strategy as it requires a one-on-one setup for each beta. Any ideas on potential workarounds?
Would that 5 megabit upload limit be the same one as an attachment storage limit?
So I'm gonna check because I feel like if they're just using the portal and they submit an attachment, Sean, he felt me. Sean, and he shows up. I was in a call one time and they're like, I unless somebody says Jira, I don't usually like speak up, right? Like I'm in meetings and I'm here to support Jira. So when conversations go on a tangent and they're not talking about Jira and they're talking about something else, like I let them be, right? Because I'm just here to do the Jira part. And I got called out one time and they're like, Alex, what do you think? And I'm like, I listen for Jira. And until you say that magical keyword, I don't have an opinion. And so now people call me the Beetlejuice of Jira.
I mean, yes. On one of my old companies, they used to let you set like company-wide search term on Slack. So I had it set up so anytime anyone mentioned Slack, it would ping me. So anytime or anyone mentioned Jira on Slack, it would ping me. So someone says Jira, and all of a sudden I show up, and people are like, "How do you do that?"
Freak them out.
Also, Sean, I'm still waiting on that TARDIS technology we talked about earlier.
I like that, Ronnie. You should have a blog post on that. Sorry, you've seen Sean's TARDIS, right?
No, I don't think I have. I was just looking around for my little TARDIS.
No, I think you gotta go to my channel and see my interviews that I've done with Sean.
Nice.
Sorry, Sean. You felt the disturbance, but now we're disturbing back on you. By the way, 20,000 subscribers. Yay.
Yeah, I hit that today.
We hit that today.
You were only like 4 away this morning, weren't you?
I woke up and it was there, so.
Man.
You were not there when I woke up.
Here we got Sean over here, who's also, by the way, launching a podcast, so you should all subscribe to that when it comes out. There's his look at his door for his office.
Oh, beautiful.
There we go.
That is awesome.
Yeah, when I first met Sean, I was like, this has to be like the coolest guy I've ever seen in my life.
So now I have to,
buddies.
I have to tell a quick story. I'm interviewing for I'm interviewing for this job. And I was, as part of the interview process, I was like demonstrating a bunch of Atlassian functionality. And so I set up an instance and created all of these users, and I was naming them Amy Pond and all of the Doctor Who people names at that time, thinking, oh, I'm going into a room, I'm going to be talking to, IT people, everybody, they all love Doctor Who, and nobody had a clue what I was doing. And I was making all these Doctor Who jokes and just blank faces at me. I was like, oh, this is great. Never mind.
I would seriously question, you said this was an interview, right?
Yes.
I would seriously question whether this was the company for me at that point. Do I really want this job if they're going to be this about something like that?
So technically, I was interviewing with the marketing department that had come over from IT. So I was giving them a pass a little bit. I don't know, but it was okay. It all worked out. It all worked out.
Well, Sean, you can't do that to me. Can't do that to me. I just took my medicine, man.
All right, Alex, you look like you have a headset on or a headgear on in that picture because of a weird thing behind and on the side. It's really funny. Oh, beautiful,
Sean,
right? See?
That's it. Sean can't do that to me. I just took my medicine.
Alex is on mute. This is awesome.
Awesome. Perfect. Because I didn't want to be saying anything. I'm trying not to cough up a lung. I was hoping since my wife is watching, she would have heard that I need water and that water would magically appear, but water has not magically appeared yet.
Hey, I put the answers in the private chat because I don't know how to do it in the public chat for form fields.
Okay. We'll
one thing at a time, you mean?
We'll circle back to that. Okay. Current question on the table is Ronnie and I believe that if the person just uses the attachments capability of the form, that they can, we're just going to attach a file that's 36 megabytes. Because his problem was that it was less, 5 megabytes was too small, right? Yeah, 5 megabytes. So if we can
I'm pretty sure this is the attachment limit you have to set up in the, not the global permissions, but one of the global settings in Jira.
Well, I haven't touched anything, so I'm going to try. I'm first going to try to attach a 36 megabyte file. So let's see what happens. Open. Test. Nope, it's going halfway. Make me more thirsty, Sarah.
Mm-hmm.
There we go.
Hey, Alex, I do have the same problem, so I'm sorry.
Yeah,
that's why I was a minute late, though. I was literally running to go get it.
Look at that. It went through. So I would say you should be able to just use the attachment.
Here's the question, Alex, though. If you go to the Jira
but they're using Jira
admin console, well, I mean, if they're using Jira software, this may be even more relevant. There is a way you can limit the size of attachments. I wonder if they set it lower than the default. Because by default, it is 1 gig. Yeah, if you just type in the period and go to it and type in attachments.
I thought they got rid of that.
Control K.
Oh, look at that.
So you have it set to 1 gig too by default. If they set it lower to try and basically disable attachments, I wonder if that's impacting them.
Mm-hmm.
Well, let's answer. Jason's new here.
That sounds like the answer of somebody who's taken some ACPs there, Rodney.
I don't know that that'd be on the ACP.
I'll take another one, I hear.
That truly sounds exactly like an ACP test, right? Like a user's trying to upload a file.
It's really quick.
I have been known to take a few of them.
We don't get in trouble. We make up our own questions for fun, right? It's it's sharing the questions that were on the test that we would get in trouble for.
Yes.
Correct.
But if the three of us were just like, having a little noodling session and we're like, this is a scenario, we don't get in trouble, right?
The problem there is we both know that Ree and Joanna watches our content.
Right.
So we can't guarantee that one of our supposed questions where we're just having fun won't find their way on an exam.
But that's the best part, because if we record ourselves doing it, then they'll know that we came up with it on the spot and that everything else is just serendipity. See?
Heard.
Thank you, my lovely family.
Oh, well.
But they say the feedback widget has a file upload limit. Is that the documented thing?
Well, I
That
don't even
is
know
the
what the feedback
question.
widget is.
It's another
that-
JSM thing.
No, is this a plugin? I've never seen this.
No, there's a built-in way you could do a issue collector. I wonder if that's what they mean.
In JSM, I'm reading that as to collect beta tester feedback.
Yeah, Sean, I've had a few of your made-up questions for study purposes.
Yeah, the feedback widget. Sorry. I feel like you were talking to somebody in the room, and I'm like,
No, I'm talking to chat.
And they say that you can be successfully building culture virtually. Look at 3 strangers that aren't even supposed to be friends. Here we are, the best of friends. 2 of which are co-authors.
yes. And one is just a reader.
And our biggest cheerleader. I'm not sure what this widget is.
Okay, so the embedded widget, my understanding, the way if somebody asked me, would be that when you're in JSM, that you have the ability to also enable a widget. So it's kind of like an issue collector for software.
Yes, now I know what you're talking about.
But
yes.
it is a different thing that just gives you a little panel, right, that you can embed and pop up.
And their code, straight into their application,
Yep.
So let's go. I used to.
Would that also be subject for
Widget.
attachments to the attachment limit, or same one?
Alex, down.
More widget.
Stop!
You just had it highlighted
in the center.
Oh,
all right.
Yell at me. Let's see. Is there a setting here that? Where do you even attach from here?
I think you would have to. Do you have another request type that has an attachment field?
Yes, right there.
Yeah, right here.
Oh, look, right there. It says it. File blah 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 cannot exceed 5 megabytes.
So this is a built-in function. Then this is a Jira limit.
Is this something we can control though within the constraints of a JSM project? Because I'd imagine that should be something you should be able to adjust.
And I would argue if they say it there, that it's not, that's a limit they've put on.
There it goes. It does complain here. Yeah, I'm willing to bet this is not something you're going to be able to change. I think
well, let's look at portal settings.
I would suspect that because of the nature of it being very external to Jira, that they limit it so you're not, injecting bad things into it.
I mean, fair enough, but also seems like something you should be able to adjust as an admin.
Agreed. But where would you even go?
There would be my first guess.
So I'm here. I don't see anything here.
I'm not seeing anything either.
Okay. What about over here on the product and under Jira Service Management? There's a bunch of crap over here. There's this help center announcements, emails, SLAs. Turn that off.
You don't want team managed service projects?
Hell no. This is all email. Nothing good on the email. Customer access.
Our ACP study sessions are just Alex hates team managed projects sessions.
Yes.
Password. Nothing here.
Do you do a TGL shirt with that or something? TJL, sorry.
It's going to go on my
still let friends create team managed projects.
And this is how we end up with more t-shirts. Friends don't let friends create team managed projects.
And he's trying to get down.
I'm like bad door.
My wife called me Alex's enabler early tonight. I'm like, no, we both enable each other.
It's a cycle.
Okay. I don't see anything here. I don't think that this is a setting you're gonna be able to change. I'm gonna tell them we looked and looked and looked.
No,
But
I think the consensus is it's a hard set limit, which is all the dumb, but welcome.
JSM widget increase upload size. Let's just see if anything pops up.
Yeah,
See if
the only other thing I would think is, throw a ticket out there for Atlassian to see if they have a way on the back end change it.
This is fake news. This is, first of all, this is a very old one, but second, this is just for Jira software. Well, this is the one we're looking at, but this, as we saw, this is not impacted in the same place.
Yeah. And we all agree, Sean, it is the dumb, but
it is the what? It is dumb. Oh yeah. All right. I'm gonna just respond then. While it is possible to increase the size of general
attachments,
the widget is limited to just the 5 megabytes. I searched all the JSM settings and couldn't find anything. Come on, why? Now, what does he mean by this last part? Potential workarounds.
Their workaround is to set up like a OneDrive folder.
No, but isn't the workaround for them to just go straight to the portal and submit the ticket there?
Yes and no, because if this is looking to allow anybody to submit feedback and their portal would have to be set up for anonymous access.
Yeah, still, it's already open. So why not just use the attachments?
Yeah, I forgot.
I would personally make a JSM like request type /portal option with attachments as a field. I personally uploaded a 36 megabyte file to test, and that was sucks. My Jira limit attachment. I'm gonna go the default. All right, I'm gonna leave it like that.
Outside the widget. Add to the license. It's outside the widget.
The default attachment. Sorry, English.
English is overrated. Just put it on the end of the sentence. Or right there.
Default attachment limit outside the widget. It's 1 gigabyte. Close enough for government work. I'm answering that one. All right, Sarah, you had options, but before we do that, since we're having so much fun, we're almost at the end, and I haven't ran my banner, so I'm gonna run my banner and remind everybody to check out the description down in this video, as this video is sponsored by my good friends over at Resolution. And Sarah, you still haven't told us your favorite Resolution app. I'm going with NASA, not another stand-up app. So if you have sucky stand-ups, definitely check them out, as they make your sucky stand-ups much better.
They do.
And Sarah owes us, hopefully in the next 13 minutes, what her favorite Resolution app is. But while she's pulling that up, we're gonna go and we have a private chat. Are we going back to? Is this back to for what was it, Varun? This was for Varun, right? Let's see if Varun's still watching. Yeah. Maybe he'll come back. So we have a couple of posts here. I'm gonna bring over here that Sarah brought for us. So how to access the form data in Jira automations. This is from June 8th, 2022. So I'm gonna paste this into the chat. I have it in a private. But there is apparently a way. I'm not going to go through the whole thing. Oh, but this is pro forma. But let's see. I don't know. I'm going to link it and see if this helps them out.
Yeah, because I mean, I think the principles are the same in cloud, right? With pro forma.
Yeah, but pro forma, at least when I was in the business, used to be an add-on, right?
Yeah, but it became
It is
JSM
now
Forms.
yeah. JSM Forms is just pro forma.
Oh, well, then there you go. Try it out. I linked both, Varun, if you're still watching. In this Necro posting, it's Rodney impersonating me. That's what it is. I still don't know how you do it, Rodney.
Magic.
One day I'm gonna take the time to figure out what wizardry you're doing. Witchcraft, I call it.
Blame
Question about
StreamYard, actually.
I don't
As I
like
said
your...
before, blame StreamYard.
Ooh, an
Oh,
easy
but
one.
Rude is still on.
Varun's still on. Yes, okay, Varun. We just linked 2 links, so go check them out and read through them. There's a lot more English on there than I care to read right now. So, thank you, special thank you to shout out to our pal Sarah here who went and spent the time to go figure out where she saw this improve before. So thank you, Sarah.
You are welcome.
All right, how to rename the summary field title to a custom title. Is there okay? So this one's already answered. Let's see. Sally, you can't. Of course you can. But of course you
No,
can't.
Why would you?
I think that what they mean is, can I have something else there instead of summary? Which, yes, you can, I believe,
You
using
can.
the field configuration.
Ooh, now we're gonna let's see if this one's our closer for tonight. But let's see. Let's check it out. So first of all, full disclosure, in JSM, you 100% can rename this.
Yeah.
But we're not talking JSM. We're just in Jira Cloud. So can we rename this field? Rodney says that you may be able to do it in the field configuration. So let's see how badly I can screw up my Jira today.
Not that field configuration, the field configuration scheme that is on the project.
The scheme's just a bucket. And it just takes me here. Where would I change it here? If not back to the field configuration.
I'll click on that. And then go to edit on the actions.
Nope, just the description.
So
that's going to be a negative.
All right, then.
I'm going to upvote that one and go, it isn't possible to rename default fields. I kind of wish it was, though. I think it'd be kind of cool. I don't know. A lot of people complain that they don't like summary.
I mean, to quote Shakespeare, what is in a name? Would a rose by any other name smell as sweet?
It would.
We got a scam. This is totally a scam. This can't be an actual answer or an actual question. Is there a way to report these?
Oh,
Moderator.
yeah.
This can't be a real question.
Need to know. Hold up. As community leader, I have some power here.
Oh, watch out. I'm not, so.
Well, somebody has answered.
Yeah, but I don't think this person read in between the lines. I think they just read it at face value. Come on, Rodney. I don't like to have awkward silence.
I mean, you refresh it.
You did something? Oh, I was going to report it. You're cool.
I mean, I could just mark it directly as spam as a community leader.
This one's already answered, so we're going to skip over this one. How do you edit a form? Why do we have so many JSM questions? This was the JSM night, Sarah. Hope you like JSM.
You know, I put one out there just on Friday. You guys could go visit that one too.
Oh, okay. We'll go look for it. let's do this one, and then we'll see what Sarah posted up on Friday. A customer submitted a form, and I need to change what they selected in a drop-down list. I need to change their choice to a different option that was added as a choice in a custom field context after they submitted the form. The original options are in the Jira linked drop-down field were A, B, C. The customer selected A and submitted the form. I added a new option in the context so that the new options are now A, B, C, D. However, when I try to edit the form so that the options only A, B, and C show up. Interesting. Can you check to see? Can you check if you use the form now and submit it? Does it reflect the new options? If not, then please check the form's configuration to determine that everything looks correct or not. In my opinion, that a form is submitted prior to the new option may not work when. Well, let's go try it out. This seems like a cool one. What do you guys think, though? Before we go down this rabbit hole.
Yeah, and was that a custom field again?
So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go create a custom field. Sarah, this is how, by the way, you end up on my YouTube channel.
Yeah.
What do you mean this is how I end up on your YouTube channel? Or you just mean you in general? Oh. It is Sarah's special field. All right.
This is I was doing the this morning I was doing the ACE, the live learning, and somebody's like, why is there a taco issue type? And I'm like, well, this is why you got to join the Jira life.
There's a taco issue type with a resolution status of sandwich.
It is not a sandwich, Sarah.
Somebody created a change request.
I mean, Alex, are you the only one with admin rights to that instance?
No, I think Bob is as well.
I agree with Sean about the cloud delay.
You can delete. I cannot delete questions, by the way.
Right.
I'm not an online community leader. I'm not much of anything. They don't like me over here at Atlassian.
They let him talk. They just don't give him real power.
Yeah. I'm going to add my field of a drop down over here, Sarah's field. And I'm going to link it to Sarah's special field, replace my choices, and hit save changes. Okay. Then I'm going to go into back to my project. Oops, I guess I could have gotten that out of the way. Gone to my request types, go here. I'm going to add a form. Taco's not a sandwich. Add that. Then I'm going to go back to my project, submit a request, fill it out. Uh-oh. Where's my form?
Cloud delay. Was it the one you added it to?
I probably didn't save it. I mean, it's possible I didn't save it.
That always happens. Too.
No, I didn't save it. Rookie mistake. Taco's a salad, asking for my doctor. Pizza's a vegetable in California, in case you all didn't know.
Only for school lunches, Alex. Only for school lunches.
That's still close enough. All right. Test. We pick A. Send. I'm pretty sure you got to go back into your form and check it out, because here's my test. Here's my form with A. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and change my custom field and add D to it.
But it's all closed. Strombolis, aren't they like all closed up? I don't know for sure. I'm not up on my Stromboli and my
I mean, that could be a calzone.
Thank you, calzone. I always get those confused.
I don't get how you're getting this out of a taco. I'll give it to you as a calzone.
So part of the answer will be to, after updating the custom field options, is to go research tacos, strombolis, calzones, and so forth, and then come back and see if it works. Okay,
so I'm gonna go in here to my. So I'm gonna do a couple tests, right? So in here, if I go to edit, if I go to edit the form, D is not an option, so his observation is correct, right? The other thing is if I go to submit the request again, is D an option? It is an option. I wasn't expecting that. I'm not gonna lie. I was not expecting that. So the head scratcher, how do we get D to show up here? Is it even possible? I'm thinking you gotta go back.
Reindex.
Was it a custom field, by the way?
It was, and I linked it.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
what if you go and add the field to your screen and edit it on the screen, as opposed to editing it through the form?
Great.
You're doing
That's
this the long way, by
still-
the way, friend.
What?
I'm teasing you. I said you're doing the long way.
I have a step, okay? This is how I get to things. This is all the way I kind of like this thing because then we all get to see how we like do each other's Jiras.
No, that said, even though I'm giving you grief, you do look like you're ice skating over this.
Right? Like
because you go really fast.
I've had a team member I was on a call with somebody one time. He was like, Alex, I don't know if anybody's told you this, but I need like nausea pills after watching you. He's like, you're just so fast. I don't even know where you're clicking.
Right?
You're just clicking.
So, go see now Sarah's special field. If
I did.
No, over on your right
Not
side
on
in
the form.
context fields.
Oh, over here. It's there.
See, so you can do it in the context, in the field, but you can't do it on the form.
Well, what I was gonna do though is I was gonna go back to the form and see if it oops, wrong button. And see if it actually recorded the DS option now over here. Because it did. I'm just gonna save my changes just for fun and go back to my project. And this time I'm not gonna take the scenic route. And try and now see what it does. I don't think this is possible then. No, it's just ABC.
So it saves the form as it existed when the issue was created.
Oh, look. Did you see what I did?
Did you? I was just about to ask. I was going to.
I did.
Damn it, I looked away. I was going to say open it for edits and see what happens.
I did open customer edits.
Yes.
And then I'll switch it to open for customer edits, and then I can edit the form, and now D pops up.
Now I'm mad because that's what I was going to say. Like when you watch a game show and you're like, damn it. I had that answer.
You look away for a second. So we got an actual good answer in the last hour. This would have all been
Sarah, I do want to touch on something you said. You and Alex both about just watching how other people use Jira. That's actually my favorite thing to do on an interview. It's set up a isolated Jira instance with problems I specify, and then just watch how people interact with Jira.
Right? Like how either they go to the place or they don't go to the place. Or they go
to
to
the place, they don't go to the place, or they go some other way you're not familiar with. Do they go back and test their work? Do they just trust that it works? All these little details about how they use Jira.
And we are not recording this, right?
We are.
I've already done a full-blown article on this.
Okay.
It's done, escaped.
I'm like, no, everybody knows how to interview with Rodney.
Oh, here's the thing, though. I didn't tell them what questions I ask on Jira.
Right. Yeah, and the funny thing is, like, I don't think I've ever used just edit form on the screen. I've always opened it back up. So that's when it was like still saying submitted and he was seeing options on there. That's a path I usually don't take.
Mm-hmm.
Now I know that path is available.
Yeah, last time I used it for a job interview for someone. I was looking for a junior admin, and it came down to 2 people, and they both interviewed well with the team. They both did really great on the test, everything. The only difference between the two was the same experience, same everything. One went back and tested their work.
Oh, yeah.
And that's the one that got the job.
We answered around the 55-minute mark.
Nice.
There. We're just gonna be so happy when we answer. We're all like, yes, it works. All right. Well, it is time, folks. Thank you to Sarah for joining us. Sarah, you're welcome.
Thank
to
you,
join us
Sarah.
Any day you want
Are
to.
you sure?
Any day.
I think you're
you
just
are
saying
more than
that for the
welcome.
cameras.
No. You're welcome to join us any day. And special thanks to Rodney, who stuck around the whole time. This time.
I've already rebuilt my computer. It's looking fan-freaking-tastic. So,
and most
No reason to
importantly, I need to say special thank you to Resolution for making this and this entire series possible. We're on part 4. Come back tomorrow, same time for part 5, and then part 6 on Wednesday, all same time, and then we still got another 3 weeks to go after that. I don't know how I said. Yeah, 15 of these I got to do. Well, 14 more, or 14 total. So we're down 4.
And Bob just joined, and I was about to say I was supposed to, fill in for Bob here, but I didn't have the right voice and everything.
Oh yeah, you gotta like really drop it down an octane there.
I thought maybe there's a tagline or some like outro that I could do for him, but wouldn't do it justice.
That's the Jira Life.
That's the Jira
Life.
Oh, I don't know all your shows.
But, and speaking of which, we did not choose a Jira Life. This is the wrong show.
but stay tuned. Merch store will be updated with Friends Don't Let Friends create team managed projects.
Truth.
We should end it with like a little tip. The tip of the night.
See?
Friends create Jira projects. So what's the resolution? So what are you talking about, Bob? The resolution? Bob, we need you to add a resolution. Oh, well, yeah, we'll give you the inside joke, but watch the replay, Bob. There's an inside joke on resolutions and tacos. All right, for everybody else, thank you again for tuning in. We'll be back tomorrow, same time, another hour, having a little bit of fun here. And again, special shout out to Resolution. Man, you guys got me messing up these names. Check out the description. They have a lot of apps. Check out the NASA app. Check out the Out of Office. They got a lot of cool apps for you to check out. And thank you to both of you people for coming on here and making this way more fun than me just staring at this screen. Bye, everyone.
Bye.